The US didn't move on Venezuela just for oil. China is the bigger strategic factor. Look at the map. South America isn't only farmland and crude. It's one of the world's richest mineral regions. Lithium, copper, nickel, rare earths. The lithium triangle, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, holds nearly 70% of global lithium reserves. China has spent years building influence through mining, infrastructure, and long-term supply deals. China-South America trade now exceeds $300 billion. US trade is far lower. In Chile, over a third of trade is with China. In Brazil and Peru, it's close to 30%. Now zoom in. Peru is one of the world's top copper producers, critical for power grids, electric vehicles, and advanced weapons. Several major copper projects involve Chinese companies. Next to Peru sits Venezuela. Venezuela's importance isn't only oil, it's geography. It sits at the northern gateway to South America, near Caribbean shipping lanes and US strategic zones. Influence there shapes access deeper into the continent. But Beijing isn't stopping at mines. The jewel, Peru's $3.5 billion Chancay port, 60% owned by COSCO. A megaport that can ship lithium and host Chinese warships under the cover of commerce. This is no longer just economics. It's military positioning in America's own hemisphere. While China invested over $14 billion in South American lithium, US efforts remain scattered and slow. Beijing's strategy is simple: mine the lithium, own the ports, weaponize the logistics. And this strategy goes beyond ports. In Neuquén, Argentina, China runs a space tracking station that even local lawmakers can't inspect. Analysts warn it could serve military purposes, just like China's fishing shelters in the South China Sea that turned into radar bases. Off Ecuador, Peru, and Argentina, hundreds of Chinese vessels strip squid stocks, hurting local fisheries. They look like civilian boats, but act like China's maritime militia, blurring the line between trade and coercion. Then comes narrative warfare. In 2023, Maduro unveiled a map claiming Guyana's oil-rich Essequibo as Venezuelan territory. It's the same logic as China's 9-dash line in Asia: redraw borders on paper to make them feel real on the ground. And rare earths complete the picture. Rare earths don't make headlines, but without them, modern economies stop. These 17 metals power smartphones, electric vehicles, wind turbines, medical scanners, and advanced weapon systems. An F-35 fighter jet requires more than 900 pounds of rare earths, according to the US Department of Defense. Here's the imbalance. China controls around 70% of global rare earth mining, and an even larger share of refining and magnet production, the stages that matter most. In 2024, China produced 270,000 metric tons. The United States produced 45,000, and still sends much of it to China for processing. Reserves widen the gap. China holds 44 million tons of economically viable reserves. The US has 1.9 million, about 4% of China's total. This power isn't theoretical. In 2010, China cut rare earth exports to Japan. In 2024, it restricted 7 rare earth elements and permanent magnets. As Deng Xiaoping once said, "The Middle East has oil. China has rare earth." The